So here we are again, Augustine Lakes. Just a quick example of bed edging. You'll see that the edger is kicked out at about maybe a little bit less than a 45-degree angle, not very much from straight, stopping at the concrete. Goes on to the next home, all kicking out the same angle, just a very slight angle. So he's edging the grass. Again, we sometimes get a lot of questions, how come we don't make straight lines? We're following the lines that were left from previous contractors. So the important piece is, just like right here, he's got a little branch out of his way, he's got his little hand snips, perfect application, snips it out of his way, and he's gonna either carry it with him and drop it out front at the curb. Again, just part of the little processes as he goes through, making sure he's edging the grass. Again, it's hard for us to make a perfect line when there wasn't one, so it follows the meander and how the grass grows. Again, lots of shade in this area, not a whole lot of sunlight. All those affects everything that we do. Hose reels mounted on the walls are always the best way, not only when we're trimming the bushes, but as you can see, this is really close to the edge. And to try and control that piece of equipment, it's right about 25-30 pounds, and we got about 2 inches of clearance. So to help us prevent that, pull these back if possible, as close to the house as possible during our service. Hose reels mounted on the wall is a much better solution. So here he is, we're in the backyard now. Again, a lot of mulch in there. You'll see him stop sporadically. When there's mulch and no grass, we're not gonna edge. There's nothing for us to edge. So here he comes again, follows it all the way up to the hardscape, stops, carefully edges. He's gonna pivot and turn, literally just following the pattern of the grass. So again, edging not only the grass around the home and all the beds, tree rings included. Again, obstacles such as landscape lighting that should not be in the common area space. Same thing with the pottery. All those things should not be in our space. A, it's not good for the grass. B, we can't get close enough to do our job. And more obstacles that really should be in planter beds like you see here. This would be the proper way, far enough away from the edging, out of our way. Again, in this case, it's right in our edge line. This one, now we're killed the grass that was here to edge around. Again, this would be proper landscape spacing here. We don't mind it out here in the tree rings where it's away, again, away from the circle where the equipment goes. And all these things will be mulched. Our next process coming up here, starting tomorrow, Wednesday. The mulch has arrived on site today. Mulch will start getting spread tomorrow. Again, so you're seeing him going house to house. We're going consecutively in order, and he's going and moving in between. Again, just as a perfect example, there's a stretch of about 10-15 feet, 6-7 paces, where there's no grass because the mulch is just washing out from the rain gutters. Again, following the pattern of what's existing there, we can't make a straight line out of what's already there. Again, you can see in this caption, he's going about 2.5 to 3 inches down, cutting the edge. We don't really have a lot of grass or what we call St. Augustine runners. If they do happen to come across a runner in a planter bed, the operator of the piece of equipment at that point in time would be the one that bends over and pulls that. Once he cuts that, it's got to get pulled. So far, we've walked maybe 3 or 4 homes front and back, and I have not seen a weed of any size or any measure in any of these beds. So again, part of the processes that we're doing is spraying out sections. Fronts 1 week, backs the neck, alternating, and that way every piece of the community is hitting every other week. And then over time, again, we haven't had a whole lot of rain. We fertilized all the beds 2 weeks ago now. So if we do get a little bit of rain, we will get some weed push. But again, it's a rinse and repeat, I like to call it, the process. We spray 1 week in the front, spray 1 week in the back. If we keep doing that consistently, you end up with weed-free beds. And again, we'll kind of focus as we walk around and what you see. This isn't anything pre-planned. This is just an educational video. Again, look at this garden hose right along our mow edge. Our guy is having to set down equipment. That takes time. He's going to carefully place it out of his way. I'm going to assist him a little more. So again, you multiply that times 196 homes, that adds up to a lot of time. But he's being careful about it. We're conscientious. So all we're doing through this process is establishing a line where we keep the grass from growing into the landscape bed, the planter bed, the tree ring. These are all just the processes. So as he makes this turn, he's going to go again all the way around. So every single house, this is what we call soft edging a bed. That's just anything that has plants in it or a tree versus a hardscape here. This would be considered a hard edge. Again, if you look right across the street, you can see our crews mowing the parkways. The other guy's using a weed eater string where the mower doesn't matter, there's nothing to mow over it, so he's just dressing it up around the meter boxes, any obstacles, utility boxes where the equipment can't get close enough. So we got one guy on a mower, one guy on a weed eater, one guy's doing soft edging, and the other man is out somewhere spraying all in a section at a time. So it's all systematically throughout the community.